When you are weak, your phone is silent. When you struggle, nobody asks where you are. When you fail, people vanish like smoke. But the day you win, the day you succeed, suddenly everyone remembers your number. Suddenly everyone wants to say, I always believed in you. This is not friendship. This is not loyalty. This is reality. You must understand something very clearly. People respect success, not potential. They clap for results, not for effort. In this world, no one wants to sit next to a dreamer forever. They want to sit next to the winner. That is the most brutal truth about life. So stop expecting others to rescue you, to carry you, or to cheer for you when you are still climbing. They won't. And you don't need them to. Use their silence, their absence, their indifference as your fuel. The loneliest moments are the most powerful moments because they force you to believe in yourself when no one else does. When you finally stand at the top, you will see the faces of people who once ignored you. Don't hate them. Don't waste your energy. Just remember, they didn't believe in you when you were small. They only believe in what you have become. That is the rule of the game. So, work not for applause, not for validation, not for fake friendship. Work for your vision. Work for your dream. When you win, the world will come. When you fail, you will know who is real. In between, keep moving. Because in this life, the only true friend you can absolutely count on is the strength you build inside yourself. People respect results, not effort. The world doesn't cheer for your hard work. It only applauds the outcome you produce. Loneliness is part of the journey. When you struggle, you will walk alone, and that solitude is what builds your inner strength. Fake friends follow success. Many people only appear once you win. They admire the victory, not the fight it took to get there. Don't expect support. Create your own. Stop waiting for others to believe in you. Believe in yourself enough to keep moving without applause. Your truest friend is your inner strength. At the end of the day, only the discipline, resilience, and vision inside you can never betray you. Would you like me to expand each keynote into 500, 700 words motivational sections, like a full speech breakdown so you can use them for a long-form video or keynote delivery? People respect results, not effort. This is one of the hardest truths to accept, because deep inside, we all wish the world would see the nights we stayed awake, the tears we shed, the sacrifices we made, and the invisible struggles we fought. But life does not reward intentions. It rewards outcomes. You can work tirelessly, you can put your heart and soul into something, but if the result is failure, very few will stand by you. That does not mean your effort is worthless. It means you cannot expect applause for the journey when people only value the destination. In the eyes of the world, effort is invisible. Results are undeniable. People don't ask how many times you tried. They ask if you succeeded. They don't care about how long you struggled. They care if you made it. This is not cruelty. It is human nature. People are drawn to winners because winning is magnetic. It gives them a sense of safety, of hope, of pride. When you succeed, they feel inspired by you. When you fail, they feel afraid to be associated with you, as if your failure might reflect on them too. That is why you cannot measure your worth by the recognition you receive from others. Recognition is shallow, effort is silent, and results are the only language people understand. If you want respect, build results. If you want admiration, create something undeniable. If you want influence, prove yourself through achievement. You don't need to announce your struggle. Your success will speak for itself louder than any story of hardship ever could. The truth is, your pain, your battles, your sleepless nights will never be fully understood by anyone else, but the outcome of your work will be visible to all. That is why the greatest leaders, the greatest innovators, the greatest dreamers of history are remembered, not because they tried, but because they won. Nobody remembers how many times they were rejected, how many doors were closed on them, how many people laughed at them. What the world remembers is the breakthrough, the invention, the achievement, the victory. If you can accept this truth, You will stop chasing external validation for your hard work and instead focus on turning that work into results. Your energy will shift. Your mindset will sharpen. You will no longer crave sympathy when you fail. Instead, you will hunger for growth, for learning, for the next chance to rise. Because at the end of the day, respect is not given to those who tried, but to those who triumphed. That does not mean you should stop appreciating your own effort. It means you should treat effort as the foundation and results as the roof. The foundation is hidden, but it holds everything. The roof is what everyone sees, what everyone praises. Both matter, but only one receives recognition. So build silently, work relentlessly, endure the hidden battles with courage, and let the results shine for you. When you finally succeed, you won't need to explain the sleepless nights. Your victory will explain everything for you. Loneliness is part of the journey. The moment you choose a path that is different, that demands sacrifice, that requires you to rise above the ordinary, you will find yourself walking alone. People may admire your dream when it is small and harmless, but when they see you take it seriously, when they see you commit to it fully, they will step back. Not because they hate you, but because they cannot carry the weight of your vision. The truth is, nobody else will feel the burning fire inside your heart the way you do. Nobody else will hear the silent voice that tells you to keep going when the world is against you. This is why loneliness becomes your silent teacher. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you to trust yourself when no one else offers support. It shows you that belief is strongest when it does not rely on applause or encouragement. Those long nights when you sit alone working on something the world doesn't care about yet, those are the nights that shape your character. Those are the nights that harden your mind and strengthen your will. Loneliness is not a curse, it is the birthplace of greatness. Every mountain is climbed alone. Every empire is built on unseen hours of solitude. Every transformation begins with one person who dared to stand apart. Do not mistake loneliness for weakness. It is the crucible where your spirit is tested. It separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the builders, the ordinary from the extraordinary. When nobody believes in you, when nobody offers to help you, you have two choices: surrender or rise. And it is in that moment, surrounded by silence, that you discover what you are truly made of. The voices of doubt from others may fade, but the voice inside you becomes louder, stronger, more determined. This is the gift of walking alone. It strips away illusions and forces you to rely on yourself. People will join you later. People will cheer when they see results. But in the beginning, the path is yours to walk. Accept this truth, and you will stop craving companionship for validation. You will stop expecting the world to understand your sacrifices. You will embrace the silence as proof that you are on a road not everyone is willing to travel. Loneliness will no longer frighten you, it will empower you. Because once you learn to walk alone, you will never be afraid of being left behind again. You will know that you carry everything you need within you, and that is the greatest strength of all. Fake friends follow success. When you are struggling, you will notice how quiet the world becomes. Messages slow down, calls disappear, support turns into excuses. And suddenly everyone is too busy. But the moment you succeed, when your name is mentioned, when your work starts shining, when the results of your sacrifice become undeniable, people you haven't seen or heard from in years suddenly return. They say things like, "I always knew you could do it," or "I was there from the beginning," even if they were nowhere near you when you were climbing in darkness. This is not true friendship. This is attraction to success. Many people do not love you. They love what you represent. They don't admire your struggle. They admire your position. They don't celebrate your journey. They celebrate the victory they had no part in creating. It is one of the harshest realities to accept, that some people only measure your worth by what you have achieved, not by who you are. But instead of becoming bitter, you must become wiser. Understand that this is human nature. People are drawn to light, and they will gather where success shines the brightest. This means when you fail, your circle will shrink to almost nothing. But that is not a tragedy, it is a filter. Failure reveals who was real. who cared about you beyond your achievements, who valued you even when you had nothing to offer. Success, on the other hand, attracts noise, people who want to be near the shine without ever having endured the fire with you. That is why you must never mistake attention for loyalty. You must never confuse applause for love. True friends are the ones who sit with you in silence, when you have no victories to speak of, the ones who remind you of your worth when the world ignores you, the ones who see your value before the world does. But these are rare, and life will show you how rare they are when you are struggling. When fake friends come back after success, don't waste your energy on anger or resentment. Instead, use their presence as a reminder of how far you've come. Remember where they were when you had nothing. Smile, be polite, but never forget the truth. Because in the end, the people who follow your success are not your strength, they are your shadow. Your real strength came from those lonely nights when no one believed, from the battles you fought when no one was watching, from the faith you built when everyone else doubted. So let the fake friends come, let them cheer, let them pretend. Their applause does not define you. What defines you is the climb, the scars, the resilience, and the victories you earned when nobody else was by your side. Don't expect support, create your own. Too often people wait for someone to believe in them, someone to invest in their dream, someone to clap for their progress, someone to push them forward when they feel tired. But waiting for others is the fastest way to remain stuck. If you rely on external validation to fuel your journey, you will quit the moment it disappears, and it will disappear often. Support is not guaranteed, encouragement is not promised, and belief from others is not something you can control. What you can control is your own mindset, your own habits, your own resilience. When no one claps for you, clap for yourself. When no one tells you to keep going, remind yourself why you started. When no one believes, carry the belief alone until the results force them to see what you already knew. This is the power of self-created support. It is not arrogant, it is necessary. If you wait for people to push you, you may wait forever. But when you learn to push yourself, nothing can stop you. Think of every great achievement in history. It started with one person who refused to wait for permission, who refused to depend on encouragement, who refused to quit just because the crowd was silent. They found a way to build their own motivation, and that is why they succeeded. You must treat yourself as your own team, your own cheerleader, your own leader, your own investor. The people who doubt you today may praise you tomorrow, but in between those moments, you must be the one who fuels the journey. Create small wins for yourself. Set goals that only you understand. Celebrate progress, even if no one else notices. This is how you train your mind to move forward without applause. The harsh reality is that most people are too busy with their own lives to carry yours, and some may even secretly hope you fail, so they feel more comfortable with their own choices. That is why building your own support system inside yourself is not just wise, it is survival. Every time you choose to keep moving without applause, you are proving to yourself that your dream is stronger than the silence around you. Every time you choose to encourage yourself in private, you are building a muscle that no amount of external praise can ever replace. This is the difference between those who quit and those who endure. Those who endure have learned that the world may be slow to believe, but their belief cannot be delayed. They have learned to build their own fire in the cold, their own light in the darkness, their own strength in the silence. And when the day comes that success is visible, the same people who were quiet will pretend they always supported you. Let them pretend. You will know the truth, that you moved forward not because of their belief, but because of your own. Your truest friend is your inner strength. Everything else can be taken away from you, money, status, opportunities, even relationships. But the strength you build inside yourself can never be stolen. It is the one companion that never abandons you, the one force that carries you when everything else collapses. When the world doubts you, when fake friends disappear, when loneliness surrounds you, it is your inner strength that whispers, keep going. Many people make the mistake of relying too heavily on others for stability. They think their happiness will come from approval, their confidence will come from compliments, their courage will come from encouragement. But when those things vanish, they are left broken, unable to stand. True power comes when you realize you can generate all of those things within yourself. You can build confidence by keeping promises to yourself. You can build courage by facing your fears one step at a time. You can build resilience by refusing to quit when the weight feels unbearable. Inner strength is not something you are born with. It is something you create through struggle. Every failure adds a layer. Every rejection hardens your resolve. Every lonely night forges your spirit. Life will test you again and again. And each time you choose not to give up, you add another stone to the foundation of your strength. That is why the strongest people are not the ones who have avoided pain, but the ones who have endured it and refused to let it define them. They have turned wounds into wisdom and scars into armor. Your inner strength becomes your compass when you are lost, your shield when you are attacked, your fire when the world turns cold. It does not ask for recognition. It does not need applause. It simply carries you forward when nothing else can. And the more you invest in it, the less you fear being abandoned, betrayed, or underestimated. Because you know that even if the entire world walks away, you will not fall. This is freedom. This is true friendship. While others may doubt you, while others may come and go depending on your success, your inner strength remains loyal. It will fight for you when no one else does. It will remind you of your worth when the world dismisses you. It will give you the courage to stand tall when everything around you tries to break you down. If you nurture it, if you protect it, if you trust it, your inner strength will carry you through storms you never thought you could survive. And when you finally reach success, you will know deep inside that it was not the applause, not the recognition, not the fake friends who carried you there. It was the quiet, unshakable power within you, the one friend who never left your side. In the end, life is not about how many people clap for you, stand with you, or call you their friend. It is about how far you are willing to go when the clapping stops, when the crowd disappears, when the silence is heavy. The brutal truth is simple. No one is your friend until you win. But instead of feeling bitterness, use this truth as freedom. You no longer need to wait for permission, for validation, or for support. You already carry everything you need inside you. Walk through the loneliness, endure the doubt, face the betrayals, and build results so powerful that the world cannot ignore them. And when success comes, when the same people who left you suddenly return, smile and let them cheer. Because deep down you will know it was never their belief that brought you here. It was your own strength, your own resilience, your own vision. That is the most handsome victory of all, to rise not because the world believed in you, but because you never stopped believing in yourself.